so tell me some words that we can use to describe numbers. Anybody? What? Infinite. Good. Give me another word. Yes? Never ending. Okay, give me something else. We've got infinite, never ending. Diverse. Give me some more. Whole. Good. Okay, diverse, whole, negative, positive. Give me more. Irrational. Very good. That's a good one. Rational. Good. Write it down. You should be writing these down. What else? Prime. Very good. Prime, positive. We got positive. I'll put prime down on there. These are good. Give me some more. Say it again. Composite. Press. What else? What number is 2? Even. Even and odd. Good. Anything more? That's pretty good. So we've got infinite, never-ending, composite, even, diverse, whole, negative, positive, odd, irrational, rational, prime, real. There's my contribution. How'd you do? Okay? Did you think you knew this much about numbers?
No.
So you guys all know more than you think that you know about numbers. We have a lot of information there. Okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to take out that lesson 1 sheet, your note sheet. These are your guided notes for you. We're going to fill this in. Okay? If I can get to it, I'll show you what it is. Right here. This is the one you want to take out. You ready to see it? Okay, so have these in front of you, please. God bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The one that says lesson 1 right on the top. Our central question today is, what are real numbers? We're going to find out what real numbers are. No? All right, so who can tell me what a whole number is? Or give me an example of a whole number. Any number, 1, 2. Okay, some examples of whole numbers. So I want you to write this down. Notice where it says, who can tell me what a whole number is? Some examples are 1, 2. Give me more. 3. More.
Let's see what it says.
You're on the wrong paper. This one. Right here. This is where you are. Okay? We're missing one. We can go all the way up. Keep going all the way to infinity. But we're missing something on the other side. 0. Who can think of a way to remember that 0 is one of the whole numbers? Because it looks like a whole. 0 is part of whole numbers because it looks like a whole. Exactly. You're going to forget it now? Yeah. That's the way I remember it. What 0 look like? Me? You? Yes. I mean, could do that with your head. Yes, 0. It's a whole. Okay, that's how we remember it's part of the whole numbers. Okay, so if these are whole numbers, what's an integer? It includes nuggets. Very good. So under the next part, so where it says, so if these are whole numbers, what is an integer? Let's look at a few examples. They include -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and they continue on in both directions. So they all go all the way from negative infinity to positive infinity. Make sense? So the next thing we have on here is we have a number line. Okay? So everybody should have a number line on their paper, right? I want you to fill in this number line from -6 to +6. It's going to come fill in mine for me. Somebody other than me. Let's go. -6, +6, please. Thank you. Just keep going. Perfect. Thank you very much. What's your name? Mike. Of course your name is Mike. When in doubt, guess Mike. Okay, so everybody go negative to positive? Everybody got this right? Anybody have any problems? No? Okay, good. So, I want you to place the points -3 and -4 on this number line. Or do it now.
On this one?
Yes, the one you just made. Number line you just made. You're going to put, see, it says graph -3, -4 on a number line you just filled in. Then tell which number is greater. So on your number line, you're going to put on the points -3, -4. Kid with the red shirt. You. Come put up the points for me. What's your name? Cameron. Thank you, Cameron. Thank you. Okay, so he put the points on, and notice how he represented the points. A dot. Is it a hollow dot or a solid dot?
Solid.
Solid. I always want them to be solid. Okay? All right, so the question asks which one's greater, -4 or -3? Who's going to give me an answer? -3 is greater than -4. Very good. So who can tell me which way I want my sign facing? Which way is it going to eat? Yes, you are. To the right. To the right. Okay? -4 is less than -3, or -3 is greater than -4. Okay? It's the same thing, just straight front to back. So you need to write that down. Right underneath the number line will work. Okay? Just keep going. That's how you're doing it. All right, so I want to put some information on this number line. Are you ready? I'm going to go from here to here. Tell me what kind of numbers those are. Positive what? Positive whole numbers, okay. Positive integers is what we're going to call them. Okay? Those are positive integers. So, what are these? Negative integers. You're doing this to your number line. Anything that I put on the board, you put on your paper. Okay. What if I went from 0? Now what are those? Whole numbers. Very good. Make sense to everybody? Okay, so I've got whole numbers. Notice positive integers are underneath the whole numbers, right? What that means is all positive numbers are whole numbers. Are all whole numbers positive integers?
No.
No. What kind of number is 0? Positive or negative?
It's neither.
It's neutral. It's neither. It's either positive or negative. Okay?
I think so.
We doing okay? Okay, now it says, what is a rational number? You guys ever heard the term rational number before?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. I'm going to give you a definition. You ready to write it down? Under where it says now, what is a rational number? Okay. It is a number A over B where A and B are integers. What's an integer? Take that. You just did it. What's an integer? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and what else is an integer? 0. Can they be negative too? Yep. Absolutely. Okay. But, and this is a big but, b does not equal 0. Why doesn't b equal 0? Why can't b ever equal 0? Can you have a 0 in the denominator of a fraction? No, what does it make it? No, that's if the 0 is in the numerator. What if it's in the denominator? What do we call that? If I gave you 2 over 0, you're writing this down, this is what we call undefined. Undefined means it can't exist. Okay, so if you take your calculator and you put 2 divided by 0, you're going to get an error message. It's going to tell you that it's undefined. You guys ever heard this before? Okay. So we've got undefined here. What is a fraction? It's a number over a number. Say it again. It's a proportion or a portion of something. Okay, give me more. What is a fraction actually? What is it? Can be a percentage. You can change it into a percentage. Yeah. Division. Very good. Okay, let's start this. Fraction is division. Because how do we put it into our calculator? If I asked you to put 2/3 in your calculator, how would you do it? 2 divided by 3, right? All the fraction is division. Okay? All right, so I want another way that we can look at these groups of numbers. Okay? First numbers that we talked about, so this is what you're putting on the bottom of your paper, you're drawing a picture. The first set of numbers that we talked about was whole numbers. What are my whole numbers again?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What else do they include? Why do we remember that? Because it looks like a whole. Okay? So our whole numbers are what we're starting with. On the outside of that, we have integers. Name me some integers. 1. What else? 1. What else? 0. Good. Okay, we're going to keep going. On the outside of that, we have something called rational numbers. And what that means is every single integer and every single whole number is a rational number. We have one more. Nope, that's not going to be included yet. Real. Who just said that? Okay, so we've got real numbers. That means every single whole number, every single integer, every single rational number is a real number. In this class, every number that we talk about is a real number. Every single one of them. The only other types of numbers that there are, and we're not going to talk about until your junior year, are imaginary. And those are off to the side. They're not even in our group. Any questions so far? Doing okay? All right, so on the next page, we have a nice little chart, right? It says tell whether each of the following numbers is a whole number, an integer, or a rational number. Yes? What you're going to do is you're going to work together with your partner, and you're going to tell me, is it a whole number, is it an integer, is it a rational number? Now, don't be afraid to put more than one yes. One number can be more than one thing. Okay, so you're going to work with your partner to get that done. So I'll give you a couple minutes to do that and you can Maria, is 5 a whole number?
Yeah.
Is it an integer? Is it rational? What does it mean to be rational? What does that mean? Then you don't know what rational is, so we need to go over that. A and B. It means that if it's rational, you can write it as a fraction. Can you write 5 as a fraction? Yeah, how? 5 over 1. If you can write it as a fraction, it's rational. Make sense to you? Okay, so, point 6. Carrie, whole number? No. Cameron, integer?
No.
No. Shannon, thank you. Is it rational?
No.
Yellow kid. Is it rational?
Yes.
Yes. Who can tell me how to write 0.6 as a fraction? Very good. 6 over 10. Because it's in the, what place is this? Tenths place. What place is this? How about this one? This one? 10,000. This one? How about this one here? Ones. Next one? Okay, good. All right, so it's rational. We're good to go. All right. Negative 2 2/3. Let's have Vadim. Is it a whole number? No. Dina. Is it an integer? No. Carly. Is it rational? Can it be written as a fraction? Yeah. Good. How are we doing? Horrible. Oh, negative 24. Slinky. Whole number? No. Mike. I think that's his name. Kid next to Vadim. Mike?
That's
Tim. Looks close. Is it an integer? Yes, good. And Nick, is it rational? Are we sure? Can you write it as a fraction, Nick? Yes. How would you write it as a fraction? You know how to do this. How do we write this as a fraction? How we did this one? How are we going to do this one? Perfect. Good job. Okay? How do we do? Or maybe you got one of them wrong. Or maybe you got two of them wrong. 3. Stop that. Okay, I didn't want to know that. All right, so the next one says, a star's color index is a measure of temperature of the star. Greater the color index, the cooler the star. Order the stars from the table from hottest to coolest. Yes, dear. No.
Well, I had to give him my pen. Now I have her pencil.
Turn around.
No.
Okay, so I know. I want everybody to fill in their number line just like I did. Okay, here's your number line. The one on the bottom of the page and back, you're going to fill in the number line. Put in the exact numbers that I put in. First thing it wants us to do is to order them from hottest to coolest. Okay? What I'm going to have us do is look at them and put them on a number line. Alright? First thing I want to think about is what the difference between positive and negative numbers are. I want you to think money. Everybody got money in their heads? What's better, having money or being in debt?
Money.
Having money. So could you go out on a limb and tell me all positive numbers are bigger than all negative numbers?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to take these two, and those are going to be our biggest numbers to start. Okay? What's bigger, 0.21 or 0.09? 0.21. So this is going to be our biggest one. This is going to be our second biggest one. Okay? Okay, so this is having money. I've got 21 cents, I've got 9 cents, which isn't looking good for me. But now we're talking about being in debt. I've got negatives. Okay? Is it better to be 3 cents in debt? Or is it better to be 22 cents in debt? 3 cents in debt. So this is going to be my next largest, or yeah, my next largest number. And then that one's going to be my smallest. Does that make sense to you? Okay, yes, sir.
Yep. We draw it. What would you do?
On the bottom of the page where the number line is? Just anywhere down there is fine. Okay. All right, so now I've got to put these on a number line. My biggest numbers are going to be what side of my number line?
On the positive side.
Yeah, on the right-hand side, right? And my smallest numbers are going to be where? Left-hand side. Okay. So I've got 0.3, 0.2, 0.1. This is the same thing as this. Doesn't matter how many zeros you add on the end, it doesn't change the value. Okay? Now, I want you to think of this as being 30 cents, 20 cents, 10 cents, negative 10 cents, negative 20, negative 30. Are we good? Whereabouts am I going to place? We'll start with our biggest one, 21 cents. I want you to put these on the number line. Okay, so take a few minutes and get them in the right spots. First one we're going to look at is I want to look at my largest one, which would be 0.21. So, I'm going to put it right about here.
So that's 0.21.
You got it right? All right, the next one I'm going to look at is 0.09. So it's going to be just a little bit less than right here. How many of you got that right? Good. Okay, next one. Now we get a little bit trickier because we're dealing with negatives. I've got 0.03. I'm going to go right about here. It's negative 0.09. Because remember, we're working backwards. So it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? And the last one is negative 0.22. So I'm going to go right about here. How do we do? Are we putting points on the line, dots, and labeling them? That's what we should be doing. Okay? Do what? Put a line going through? Okay, you should put a dot on the number line. Okay? All right. Who has heard of absolute value before? Okay, somebody give me an idea of what it is. Give me a word that you remember that went along with it. Nothing's wrong. Give me something.
Total amount.
Total amount. Okay. Give me more. Equal. Give me more. What does it look like? What do you remember it looking like? Nobody remembers what it looks like? Mr. Gatto?
The number between two lines.
Good. Like this? Good. You guys remember seeing this? This is absolute value. Ready to write down the definition?
I thought you said a number between two lines.
Well, how about this? Is that better? A is a variable. A can be any number you want. That's what it means. Okay? All right, so we're ready for the definition? All right, good. Distance from 0 on a number line. What's absolute value do? You're close. Takes the opposite of a negative. So, Maria, what's the absolute value of negative 5? 5. Perfect. Okay. Absolute value of negative 5 is 5. What if I asked you what the absolute value of 5 was? Perfect. 5. And the reason for that, I want you all to draw a number line at the bottom of your page. I know you guys hate number lines, don't you?
No, I just use my bone.
You got to draw a new one on the bottom, very bottom of your page. Very bottom of your page, draw a new one. I want you to put the points positive 5 and negative 5 on there. Put your points on. Are we all this far? Okay, definition said distance from 0 on the number line. So I asked you what the absolute value of 5 was, and you told me 5. The reason? How far away is it from 0? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's why. Absolute value of 5. How far away is it from 0? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what's this? What's the absolute value of 5? What's the absolute value of negative 5? What's the absolute value of 10?
10.
What's the absolute value of negative 10?
10.
Do you get it? We're good?
Yep.
Good. Not the opposite, because you don't want to make a positive. Okay? All right, so you've got 2 examples on there. I want you to write down the answers, please. Right on the bottom of your paper, there's 2 written down for you. Vivian, go put the answer up for the first one. Right on the fourth one. Vivian. Make me put up the answer for the second one, please. Only one person can write on the board at a time, just so you know. Otherwise it goes haywire. Tell about something.
What do you say?
Oh,
Well, they find
thank you.
Yeah, we do too.
Good. Everybody get them right? Yeah. Do you have any problems? Good. 2/3 and 2.3. Yep. Okay.